Hello. Lockdown has changed business practice, with remote working shown to be a productive and efficient use of time. Making and receiving office calls has been an issue, with many businesses using personal mobiles and breaking quarantine by sending one person into the office, answering calls and taking messages. Legacy phone systems have been shown to be both expensive and inflexible, with high standing charges for systems stuck in the office. The pandemic has delivered the impetus to making the transition to adopting lower cost technology with the agility to meet the demands of the new normal. What I'm going to show you is a system built from the ground up that seamlessly moves between the office, home and on the road while making calls using your existing office numbers. Everything I'm going to show you here is free of charge. Setup for home. Now, firstly, your numbers. Migrating your numbers is part of the setup process, and we can accomplish this whole implementation without needing to visit your offices or homes. A word about the hardware and bandwidth. I have on my desk an office phone with a keypad and curly cord, but I'll show you don't necessarily need this. My main desktop PC is about 3 years old. I also have a newish laptop and a smartphone, all set up to run my extension. I also have a low-cost mono USB attached headset that I can use to make and receive calls, which in turn means you don't need the desk phone. Hardware is irrelevant. You can run this on PCs, Macs, or anything that will run a browser. Smartphone choice is iOS as well as Android. I'm personally lucky in that I have a strong fibre internet connection here, but if you're in the sticks relying on wet string, you'll be able to make and receive calls at the very least. While I cannot show you all the functionality, I can show you how to set up and use the desktop client, make calls, use chat, and install the smartphone app. Right, we're going to start by creating the free of charge web clients. This can be used both in the office and while working remotely. Extensions are allocated by the admin and confirmed by email. Here's the email. I'm out of the office, so I click on this link here if out of the office. It then generates the web client, populates it, and we're away. I'm using Chrome, and we know Firefox works well. As you can see, I can manage the whole system through this. I can see who's available, if they're on the phone. I can see and manage voicemails. We're going to look now at making calls. Firstly, I have the option up here of being able to make calls via various devices, either using my desk phone, that's the Link, or I can use the browser extension directly to make calls. So I can drive the call in the way that I choose. To make a call, I enter a number here. So let's just click into the box here, 07720. It's found me there. I then hit return, and away we go. Right, as we can see, that's very straightforward to make the call. Now I've also got access to click to dial. So let's dial Mr. Walter Mitty of Fantasy Fabrications. And let's just ring him now. So I click on the number, I hit return, and away we go. It just calls the number that way. So again, very straightforward to make and receive calls. Now we can have a quick look here at other aspects of the system. There's voicemail. I can manage voicemail. I can also look at chat, so I can chat with various other people within the business. I can see who's called us. I've also got access to the to web meeting. This is a very straightforward piece of functionality. I can either run on an ad hoc basis, or I can schedule a conference, which can be audio and video, or I can schedule it for later, and I invite participants by email. Very straightforward to use, and also free of charge. Right, we're quickly going to run through the setting up and using the free of charge smartphone app. Like everything else, simplicity is the key. To get started, find, download and install the 3CX app in the Play or App Store. So just install that, and again this takes you through to the scan QR code. So this is the final stage in the installation. You then hold the phone up to the screen like that, scan the QR code like I'm doing in the picture. and again the app auto installs and it stores your extension so you can make and receive calls as if you're sat at your desk. Once it's installed, it just sits like any other app on the home page, and that is how you move from desktop through in the office, through laptop at home, and through a smartphone app when you're using your mobile on the road. I hope you find this useful. Thanks a lot.